Yeah, Jeremy, we tried a conservative path, made some good progress with that, but the recommendation after we got to a point where he was still having some pain was to have a minor procedure with that rib, which he had late last week, and he's recovering well. We expect he'll be doing some cross-training over the next couple of weeks before he starts a graduated build back in with the main group. But yeah, all going really well. JK, the shoulder has progressed markedly well. We're really pleased with where we've got to with Josh, and so is he. It'll be a graduated program for Josh, given his age and the wear and tear over the years. We'll take things slowly, but we're expecting him to be ready when the games roll around. Big Nicholas, it's been well documented. Spent some time in the States as part of his recovery. It was all planned, and that worked out really well. He's in a good space, training well, layering in more speed work and more change of direction. Probably ahead of where we would have been at this stage in the rehab with his other ACL back in time. So fingers crossed, all progressing well for Nick. Elliot Yeo and Tom Barrass have been on a similar sort of program with toe injuries, post-Christmas in particular, and they're both progressing really well. They're on the track today doing a whole lot of running, which is elevated to the level where we think they might join in some training in a modified form by the end of next week. So far so good with both those guys, both on the right track. Yeah, Dan's had some minor issues with a knee at the end of last season, which didn't quite heal from a conservative management point of view. So he ended up on recommendation from the medicos having a minor procedure just before the Christmas break. He's recovering well, but we won't be taking too much risk with Dan. He's only 20 and we've got plenty of time to get him right between now and the start of the season. So he'll be very much a graduated program where we tick each box, improve all strength markers, and we go from there. Braden Ainsworth, coming into the footy club, had, I think they call it a mallet finger, which needed some surgery. We waited till the end of the season to get that done, and he's just had another minor procedure with some wiring that was put into his little finger just before the Christmas break. So he's tracking really well. He's able to do all the running and a whole lot of cross-training. So fitness-wise, he's in a really good spot, but it's inhibited his ball handling for at least another couple of weeks before we take the next step in his rehab. So Chris Marston, a very minor abductor strain earlier in the week. He's in magnificent fitness, as he always is this time of year. So rather than take any risk, we've pulled him right back in terms of the training. He'd be doing some very light modified duties in a cross-training form, but I expect that he'll be back on the track late next week with the boys, at least doing modified training. So just a minor strain. Yeah, so Jamie suffered a toe injury in the course of last year, which he played the season out. We were hoping, after consulting with the medicos, that a conservative measure and path would do the trick. Unfortunately, it hasn't. So we elected recently to have Jamie go under the knife just to have a correction with the toe, which will set him back over the next couple of months and may impact on his start to the season. But we'll know more as we graduate his rebuild. So he won't be doing too much for the next 4 weeks, and then we'll see where we're at from that point on.